What's up, guys? Sound of Freedom. I was very reluctant to see that movie. Not because I don't want to support it or anything like that. It's just that I know how I am, right? I know how bad it's going to bother me, and sometimes I get consumed and let things kind of like take over my life. Men, we're kind of we get how do I say it? We get a little bit obsessive over things, i.e., silver, Bitcoin, gold, platinum, whatever. And I didn't want it to enthrall my life. But unfortunately, it kind of has. Well, fortunately and unfortunately, I guess. For those of you that living under a rock, I'm talking about the movie Sound of Freedom. I highly suggest you go see it. I wouldn't seen it. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. I saw it actually a couple of weeks ago. And this movie was made 5 years ago, and it's based on a true story. But I want to talk a little bit about people's reactions to it and what it is, like what this movie means, not only to America but to the world. For me, I'm a very I'm a big kid at heart. I love children. I'm an American, obviously, and I love God and my family and stuff like that. But I just really, I really love children, man. If you meet me in person, you'll know I'm a big kid, man. And there's nothing more precious in this world, in my opinion, than children. It is what it is. I'm going to explain that to you guys. And, I had to really meditate and think about this for the last couple of weeks after I saw that movie. If you don't cry or tear up in that theater when you're watching it, let's just say you're a very heartless person. Okay. I don't have any script here. I don't know what exactly I'm going to talk about. I wasn't going to talk about it, but I have to, man. Sound of Freedom. Jerry Loves Freedom. And I actually didn't know what it was about when I first heard the name, and then I researched it and I said, man, I can't watch a movie like that. But you can't hide from the truth, you know what I mean? And what you see in that movie it's still going on today, probably at a higher clip. And what's worse, well, almost as worse as what happened to those children, is the reaction from the people that don't like this movie. That's because nothing's worse than what they actually do to the children and the families and stuff like that. But what these people, the evil cabal, because I don't like saying the leftists, because there's some people on the right too that are whatever you want to call them, uniparty members, rhinos, whatever, because I don't want to make this political, because it's not political. The media, the mainstream media, and Fox News did a good job of it, I guess, as good as they can. But if you just watch the mainstream media and you don't watch Fox News, you would think this movie was, about QAnon and it's a conspiracy theory and all this other stuff. I mean, how can anybody do that? And this right here just shows, and I said this many times, because it's good versus evil. It just shows the evilness. There's nothing more evil than this, in my opinion. It's just not. And I've never seen this country in my 48 years here this divisive or this divided. I mean, I had to really think about this, and I want you to leave me a comment in the comment section below when I ponder on this question or theory or whatever. What could bring us together? Us humans, that we're so divided now with all these different division tactics or whatever they're doing. What could bring us together, right? I think the only thing that could bring us together right now, this is my theory based on many hours of pondering on this, is an alien attack. If we had UFOs come here and try to attack the world, I think that could get us together. If a nuclear war happened, maybe, and I'm talking about America now, if we got attacked by a nuclear, I guess it would all kill us, but if we had gotten into a war, I don't even think that would bring us together on a human scale, right? Meaning if, China or Soviet Union started coming in and attacking us, I think there would be people would be okay with it and wouldn't side with the people that love America. I really don't. And the reason I say that is because if you cannot back this movie and join together and say, wow, I'm on the side of God, or I'm on the side of country, or I'm on the side of my children not getting hurt. And if this is a divisive thing because somebody that you don't like on the other side likes this movie and you don't, that's sickening, man. That's sickening. So if that doesn't bring us together, and I was saying that, I got out of the movie theater and I was just like, wow. And I've been, doing some work here and there about it. I'm not going to get into that because I've kind of let it consume me. But if that doesn't bring us together, the harming and kidnapping of children, if that cannot bring us together, I don't think a war could. I think the only thing would be outside of the human realm. And that would be, like I said, an alien attack. And maybe that wouldn't even do it. Who knows? But my point of this video is this. Number one, go see Sound of Freedom if you have not seen it. And when you go see it, you'll see at the end, I'm not going to spoil it, but make sure you pay it forward. Okay, you'll know what I mean at the end of the movie. But this is an impactful movie. The actual actor, I think the actor, the director, and Tim, the guy who actually did the stuff, was over with Donald Trump yesterday, July 20th. Today's the 21st, right? Yeah, July 20th. They actually watched it outside all together. And, the guy that played Jesus, the guy that played in the movie of, Sound of Freedom, said that, basically Donald Trump is going to be the savior. He's going to be the Pharaoh. Now, that's his word, right? Or the Moses, biblically speaking, and he's still Jesus because he played Jesus, of how to save these children. Because if you see the open borders and $150 billion a year, and mostly coming from the United States, used in this industry, what they're doing to these children in videos and doing in person, and allowing us to have an open border, we're led by evil people, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not talking about just Joe Biden. Joe Biden is just a puppet. There's people that's over him that are in control of this. And when you see what the news outlets and media, how they're acting towards this movie and this movement and what's going on, it's showing you two things. Either they don't care or they're part of it. And either way, you're evil, in my opinion. I used to call myself a libertarian, right? In the middle, not on any side. And I would say, hey, I'm fiscally conservative, which I still am. And I'm socially liberal, meaning, hey, you stay on your lawn, you do what you want, and I do what I want. But the problem with that in today's world, in 2023, particularly the United States of America, is you can't do that anymore. You can't just be a libertarian that says, oh, I'm just going to worry about my house. Because the other side, and I mean the un-American evil side, are worried about your house. They're teaching children, your children, things in school that you don't want taught. They're poisoning us, ladies and gentlemen, with this woke stuff and this evil things that are going on, anti-Christ or anti-evil stuff. Okay, I'll just say that. And I can't be a libertarian anymore. I can't be, socially liberal anymore. I am for certain things, yes. As long as you're not hurting anybody and stuff like that. But these things that they're doing now, they are hurting people. And what I am now is I'm a God-fearing person that loves his family. I'm a patriot and I love my country. And I love children. And the side I'm on is the good side. Either you're on the good side and you love this country, or you're on the evil side and hate this country. That's what it all comes down to. It ain't about right or left anymore. Because there are some people on the right that have done things to destroy this country and are not speaking up. I don't care if you're not a Democrat, quote unquote. If you're not a Democrat, that's fine. But if you're sitting back and not doing anything, this Republican Party, not all of them, but a lot of them are weak because they have their own personal self-interest going on. They ignore things because they don't want to, mix up what they got going on or whatever. or they're part of the plan. And to me, that's worse than a quote unquote Democrat who you know that's bad and evil. Not all Democrats are that, by the way. But if somebody's pretending to be on one side and actually working on the other, to me that's a double agent, and that's terrible. So we got to pick sides, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about here. You got to go see Sound of Freedom. You got to go see that movie. You just have to. You know what I mean? And we got to spread the word. And there's no better way to spread the word. And I always talk about gold and silver and platinum and Bitcoin. I'll cover more of that in my next video about John F. Kennedy. Stay tuned for that. Robert F. Kennedy, excuse me. But we got to spread the word on this evilness and what's going on with these children. Do you know that I have friends, whether it's the black community, Democrat community, people that don't watch, anything political and stuff, they don't know about Sound of Freedom. They don't know what's going on with these children. And it's our job to wake them up. It really is. And again, it's not about Republicans and Democrats and all this other stuff. It's about if you love God or the other person, the opposite of God, good versus evil, and American versus non-American. That's what it's all about. And do you love your children and want to protect your children? Because if you don't, there's a place for you. And hopefully I won't be going there, and I know you won't go there. So we got to spread the word, love and happiness, and see what's going on with everybody. Mental situation, because it's crazy right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely crazy. So I love each and every one of you guys. You know that. We got to stand up, okay? Fight for something. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love.